Oke, tes sebentar. Sebentar lagi. Coba takutnya nggak connect. Oke, udah ya, udah live. Oke, guys. Balik lagi dengan gua di channel Kiki Jo. Bersihin dulu. Sinus kambuh. Ya, setelah sekian lama tidak live, ya karena lagi banyak kegiatan di kantor. Ini lagi ada sedikit waktu senggang. Yuk kita main game yang baru aja gue beli dari Steam Sale. Termasuk game lama, ternyata 2011. Gue baru tahu, gue pikir 2013. Yaitu LA Noire. Noire, apalah cara bacanya. Ya, ini adalah game PS3 ya, awalnya game PS3. Dimana ini game salah satu game terbaiknya Rockstar, salah satu game terbaik Rockstar sebelum disabet sama GTA 5. Nah, ini jujur gue ada main beberapa story. Jadi ini cerita detektif ya, game detektif gitu, dimana masih simpel banget sih. Gue jujur main masih gampang banget gitu. Jadi nanti kita suruh nyari clue, terus nentuin apa, minta kesaksian orang gitu. Itu orang berbohong atau gimana. Nah, itu kita main di sini caranya gitu. Dengan jujur di sini ada satu yang bagus banget, itu facial expression dari orang-orang atau NPC-nya itu keren banget, kayak real banget gitu. Memang gue sempat lihat sedikit cara pembuatan game ini ya. Eleanor tuh, kameranya kayak bikin MGS Metal Gear Solid-nya Hideo Kojima, yang dimana dia ngambil face capture-nya itu benar-benar kameranya tuh 360 gitu. Maksudnya 360 itu bukan kamera 360 ya, tapi ada ratusan kamera muterin kita gitu loh, muterin si aktornya gitu. Udahlah, tanpa lama-lama kita aja langsung main LA Noire. Ya, jadi ini setting tahun 1940-an ya kayaknya nih. 20 40 gitu.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's
Baru aja terjadi
Cafe, 208 North
tabrak
Los
lari.
Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Oke, biasa. Nah, kayak gini awal-awal kita dapat kasus, terus kita disuruh ke sana. Oh, ini tahun 1940 ya, berarti kalendernya bener.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one.
Oke, nah anjir, gue lupa namanya, karakter gue namanya siapa ya? Lupa gue karena beda. Semua ini gamenya tuh lebih ke arah bully kalau menurut gue ini. Maksudnya engine-nya tuh kayak masih ngikutin engine bully gitu dibandingin GTA ya. Oke, nah pertama kita langsung ke Race Cafe. Oh, ke ini ya, ke TKP. Tuh, ini masih bully warrior gitu loh, kayak gameplaynya. Engine-nya juga masih kayak engine bully warrior. Bully
Looks
sama
like
ada
the
warrior
DA
ya.
is going to press charges, and Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She's suffering enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes conviction.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Oh, di seberang, salah jalan. Nih, kita masuk ke TKP, the crime scene. Biasa. Nah, kita nanti cari clue-nya dulu. Cari clue di sekitar. Nah, ini kayak orang-orang yang bisa diinterogasi ya. Diminta kesaksiannya gitu.
Detectives, over here.
Lo lihat ekspresi mukanya.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white
Gambarnya jelek,
male named
maksudnya
Lester
ya
Patterson.
gam-gam
Walked
jadul ya,
out of the
tapi
bar and into the
expressionnya
street.
itu
Car
tuh
hit over there and he ended up here, dead on
dia
impact. by the look of it.
diinin banget gitu loh.
Have you
Walaupun
canvassed the
masih
area?
agak aneh
The
sih
only
gitu.
one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now we're gonna take a
Perry
look around.
nama yang saksinya ya. Nah, kita lihat dulu mayat korban.
Phelps?
You should take a look at
Gue
the
lupa
body.
lihat apa. Oh, X.
Poor guy didn't stand a chance.
Oke, nggak ada apa-apa. Ini kenapa ada bercak di sini? Enggak, bukan. Oke, sebelum gua ke mayat. Mayatnya, where's the goddamn corpse?
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
Iya, kalau tabrak lari kok kayak something weird. Something doesn't add up. Ada yang aneh.
Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't
Phelps
come
ya.
down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
I landed on his face and ended up here. Car must have struck him from behind.
Oke, ini kita cek dulu ya untuk kalau ada clue-clue. Kita lihat di kantongnya ada isinya. Biasanya ada something. California Fire and Life. Dear Mr. Pattinson, it is with a great pleasure that we acknowledge the receipt of your
Madison has life insurance.
application 14F and pre-approval has been granted to raise the weekly premium on your life insurance policy from $3.70 per week to $5.90 per week. This raise became effective on January 1st, 1947, where our standard veteran care policy entitled you to a lump sum payout of 10 grand, 1 grand, 10 grand, salah ya, $10,000 in the event of your untimely death or permanent incapacitation. This new plan secure your beneficiaries a sum of $1,600. What the fuck? We at California Fire and Life, thank you and wish you good health and security for your business. Oke, sebentar. Coba gua arti dulu, gua baca ya. Has been granted to raise the policy from this raise become January. Oke, oh bayarnya ya, ini kayaknya bayarnya BPJS-nya naik dari kayaknya ya nih, kalau gua salah tolong dikoreksi. To a lump sum payout in the event of your untimely death or permanent incapacitation. Ya, pokoknya gitulah. Artiin aja sendiri. Kira-kira bagian asuransinya tuh naikin seenak beleduknya gitu ya, kayaknya. Oke, sebentar. Di dompet kantong kiri nggak bisa dicek. Nah. Oke, ada duit. Ini nih mobil kayaknya.
We can notify next of kin.
Ya nggak sih? Oh, ID. Aduh, namanya Pattison. Tadi siapa namanya lagi? Bener kan? Lester Pattison. Lester Pattison. Gue tadi ngeliat tanda tangannya. Ini ya, license tuh. License issue 1 tahun doang masa berlakunya. Nih dompet, ada duit. Oh, jangan bilang error. Oh enggak. Kenapa nggak diambil? Coba keluarin, nggak bisa diapa-apain. Oke, nggak ada lagi.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Katanya luka di dada tuh nggak normal bukannya. Coba kita lihat dulu. Coroner's report. Victim intoxicated. Chest wound possibly caused by vehicle hood ornament. Jadi si korban kemungkinan ini kalau gue salah mohon maaf ya, bahasa Inggris gue nggak jago-jago banget. Entah diracunin atau tidak diracunin maksudnya nih. Luka di dada itu kemungkinan karena ornamen di depan mobil, di hood ya, bukan di hood itu atap apa bagian depan lah, pokoknya ada di bagian mobil lah ketika nabrak gitu. Itu tadi surat asuransi. Oke, itu ya. Oke, coba kita nanya ke saksi. Ntar ada clue lagi nggak? Nah,
This blood is a long way from the body. The car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
masalahnya darahnya tuh jauh banget gitu loh. Kalau tabrak lagi kan, set, udah gitu loh. Ini bekas ini ya.
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Jadi katanya mobilnya itu sempat ngerem. Oke.
It's all yours, Detective.
Bentar ya bu, gue nyari clue dulu. Takutnya ada clue tertinggal. Oke, nggak ada. Nah, di sini this is the real gameplay.
Miss Perry,
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski.
Okay, eyewitness report.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Oke, lanjut.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
Oke. Betul ya. Nah, kalau di checklist berarti kita observe-nya benar.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Nah, ini kita lihat ekspresi mukanya, mencurigakan nggak? Kalau dia ngomong yang jujur, ya truth. Kalau kita ragu, doubt. Kalau kita ngerasa dia bohong dan ada bukti, nah kita pilih lie. Tapi ini kayaknya masih benar ya.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
3C8. Okay.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman. That's all.
Tuh, dia tuh lihat ekspresinya nah ya. Lo lihat kayak ada something yang ditutup-tutupin. Kita doubt.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things look pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Oke, Ternyata di YouTube ini jelek. Oke, ini gue main di komputer ya. Biasanya gue kalau live tuh, sebentar gue pause dulu. Biasanya gue kalau main live itu di laptop. Laptop gue speknya lebih tinggi daripada komputer gue. Ini agak ini. Emang komputer gue udah build tua ya, termasuk build tua. Udah tahun 2018 gue build komputernya, jadi udah zadul. Oke. Shrink to the star promises mental breakthrough. Apa nih? Kita lihat ada side story ya. Bukan side story sih.
Courtney,
Kayak easter egg gitu.
come in. Have a seat.
Dia lagi nih si dokter yang ini kalau lu udah mainin yang di
How
awal-awal.
are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be
Patient.
patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Oke. Nih, gue main pakai stick ya, BTW. Oke, kita cari clue dulu. Mungkin ada clue-clue lain. To use a telephone. Udah bisa menggunakan telepon buat apa?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
Phelps ya nama karakter kita.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8.
3 Charles
Cross-check possible
8.
Lincoln
Kok
owners.
Charles?
Suspect vehicle is a
Kan
red
Charlie.
Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Oke, kita dapat
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
ini ya, yang punya mobil. Tadi namanya William Shelton.
If olive oil comes from olives, where does baby oil come from?
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
When the owner ain't.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Oke, kita lihat ekspresinya. Bener nggak nih orang bohong apa enggak gitu ya. Kayaknya ada yang ditutup-tutupin sih. I doubt.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Kan dia bohong dia.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Nah, ya kan. Dia jujur nih, lihat pandangan matanya straight.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
Argument overheard.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Oke, kayak ada something yang ditutupin. Bentar. Clue yang gue punya, argument overheard. Witness report overhearing an argument prior to accident. Ada something ditutupin ini. Coba kita lihat tadi dia ngomong apa sih? Witness overheard an argument. Ada saksi yang mendengar argumen mereka, Lester and Lorna. Tapi ada yang ditutupin, coba. Dub.
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
No, affair ya, lagi-lagi affair.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Lagi-lagi ada yang ditutup-tutupin. Possible participation between Leroy and Sabo. Dia bilang kan kita nanya nih Pel, udah berapa lama si Lorna and Leroy ngomongin baru-baru ini? Mana gue tahu, gue kan cuman nyiapin minuman katanya. Kan aneh ya, padahal tadi dia bilang sebenarnya dia tahu. Nih partnership between Leroy and Sabo Lorna Pattinson. Kita coba live. Apa ya? Daudo. Live.
Is Leroy really going into business with Lorna? You sure you're not covering for her?
Me and Lorna? That man-eater? I wouldn't last a weekend with her. You're barking up the wrong tree there, partner. You finished scratching around? I've got work to do before I close up.
Salah gua.
You know the way out.
Harusnya Daud. Udah nggak apa-apa.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm gonna need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Oke, berarti kita next bisa ke lokasi yang tadi dikasih itu ya. Ke lokasi William siapa gitu tadi. Oke, Shelton Resident ya. Coba kita lihat case objektifnya. Investigator cafe belum semua. Coba sebentar. There's still something hidden in here. Ada yang tersembunyi kayak di sini. Bentar ya. Telepon nggak bisa. Di belakang ada apa nih? Coba pintu belakang, oke. Ini.
So this is why everybody comes to Ray's.
Ada ini ya, underground gambling. Jangan pakai intuition. Kita cari sendiri dulu. Mungkin ada something yang hidden, dibuang, kita nggak tahu. Coba ke atas dulu. Sebenarnya gamenya open world gitu loh, tapi I don't think this far. Kayaknya nggak mungkin sejauh itu clue-nya. Gak ada peperangan aja di sini. Oke, coba masuk lagi dalam. Tadi ruang blackjack, ruang poker nggak bisa di apa-apain ya. Nggak ada musik, jadi kalau ada clue tuh teng teng gitu. Nah tuh teng. berarti ini ada something gitu loh. Udah tadi. Mungkin coba ada gelas atau apa gitu. Cir, mayatnya emang jauh banget. Gue pikir ngilang, gue pikir di sini mayatnya. Ternyata sejauh itu bentarnya. Enggak. Gue pikir itu darah. Oke, bentar. Kita sebelum jalan lagi. Oke, udah gak ada apa-apaan ya. Saksi cuma 2. Oke. Kita pastiin lagi nggak ada apa-apaan di mayatnya.
Another day, another dollar.
Apa tuh sleeve? Oke. Atas udah, kiri udah. Udah, sip. Udah gua cek semua mayatnya. Nah, injak aja pel. Injak. Nah, ya mayat. Tuh, udah kesini udah nggak ada musik. Berarti emang udah di sini. Kayaknya udah selesai. Yuk kita lanjut ke kediamannya William, terduga ya. Suspek.
Lucky break getting a partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward. Why don't they just stop? You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Get him.
Sure. Never back your enemy into a corner. All that kind of stuff.
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. Takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
Oke, jadi kayaknya ini ada affair
Don't
ya.
let you make yourself out to be. I didn't know I was making myself.
Lorna. Bentar, gua lihat dulu tadi. Kita lihat people-nya di sini ada Lester Pattinson, ini korban, ada Lorna. Lorna ini cewek yang berantem sama bukan Leroy, sama siapa dia? Oh, ini Abigail Lincoln. Lester dan Lorna. Witness report an argument prior to accident lunch statement, possibly business with Leroy and Lorna. Pattinson. Oh, Pattinson, iya. Gue lupa nama-namanya. Berarti ini suami istri nih. Nah, Lorna sama Lester tuh suami istri. Si Lester suaminya mati. Nah, ini dua nih ada affair nih, si Leroy nih sama Lorna. Tapi William Shelton nih gue nggak tahu nih siapanya nih, belum ketahuan. Ada yang kemungkinan yang pemilik mobilnya yang nabrak itu tadi, berdasarkan kesaksian ya, statement saksi. nih si Shelton nih, kayak mau kabur nih. Tuh, lihat mobilnya kayak gitu.
That's the son of a bitch right there. William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Oke, kita kejar-kejaran.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Grafiknya masih katro, grafik mobil ya. GTA 5 ini kan 2013, ini 2011 goblok, mau ngapain lo?
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Awas, awas, awas ya, awas. Iya, gue tahu gue polisi, bukan GTA, nggak bisa main barbar di sini.
I wonder he killed someone who was driving like this.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Don't let that asshole get away.
Biasa main GTA. Tinggal tabrak, nah, lo.
All right, I give up. That's it. Cuff him and we're done. Put your hands where I can see them. How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
Oke, jadi
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
dia bilang bukan salah gua sepenuhnya gitu. Dia lompat ke mobil gua.
We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Okay. You become all heart at the prospect of paperwork, don't you?
Kemana kita? Lo yang nyetir ah, mas gua.
You're behind the wheel.
There's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. There's an oxymoron for
Finally called and didn't raise.
You believe him?
I believe he didn't mow down the victim on purpose. The rest of it stinks. His boo-hoo story about being a surveyor and not wanting to lose his license.
Well, we'll see how he enjoys surveying the same tiny room for the next 10 years of his life. You make a mistake, you face the consequences. You don't run off and hide like some little girl hoping it'll all go away.
People make bad decisions in the heat of the moment.
Well, I'd like to see him try that one on the job.
Masalahnya
He had time to
motifnya
plot
ya,
his
kita
own
belum
scene.
dapat
He had time to
motifnya.
make a choice.
Kalau emang ini pembunuhan berencana gitu, motifnya apa dia nabrak gitu. Soalnya di sini yang kita lihat kan ada affair, ada kayak selingkuh gitu ya si tadi tuh keluarga Pattinson sama Leroy. Leroy itu pemilik baret tadi tuh yang di pertama. Nah, di situ kayaknya nih dua nih mau kabur gitu loh. Suaminya ditinggalin, kebetulan suaminya lompat ke mobilnya si Pat ini William tadi dan mati. Assalamualaikum.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Ini istrinya ya, istri korban. Dulu ya, lihat dulu ya Bu.
We wanted to give you the facts about the accident, ma'am.
I appreciate that, but I think I know most of them already, Detective. He was hit by a car, now he's dead. What more is there to tell?
Pardon me, but you don't appear to be too upset about it.
Yep. to
Lester
chill.
and I met on a furlough in 44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick together this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here, and
Beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car.
Tuh, jadi dia ceritanya si Lester itu kalah main kartu, langsung kabur aja ke jalanan.
Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Hit and run accident.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Oke, kita lihat. See, those eyes tells lies. Definitely liars, you son of a bitch. Nah, okay, I doubt it.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Oke, jadi nggak langsung. Nah, kan tadi dia bilang gini nih. Dia langsung kabur ke mobil, emang niatnya bunuh diri gitu kan. Oke, nature of argument.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Oke, argument overheard. Oke. Dap dulu.
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
Oke. Jadi nggak cuman sekedar berantem argumen.
Woman can never find a man who wants to listen.
Nggak cuman sekedar berantem doang ya. Jadi dia tuh si ceweknya, si Lester ini katanya kan kalah tuh. Dia minta si istrinya ini, she suggests I earned the money on my back to get him a steak that was profession he was putting in his so-called body. Jadi bikin tameng lah dari istrinya, lo ambil duit gue lagi gitu, kayak gitu ya, kira-kira ya. Oke, terus hubungan lu sama Leroy
The
apa
bartender
nih?
said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Of course you're fucking liars. No, you don't have any money. Clearly the eyes tell lies. You want to claim this insurance later, right? Dia pengen cairin ini. Wallet bilang itu Lester Pattinson found on body accident. Yep, he doesn't have any fucking money, so you lie.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
The insurance later.
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this. Come on, Phelps. Let's make ourselves scarce.
I'm out of here, Lorna. I got a business to run.
You think Mal is done with the autopsy? Better call it in and check, Phelps. Between the driver and
Kunci
the
ya.
widow,
Coba gue
I
masuk
say
lagi
we
bisa.
start dealing with the facts.
Ntar ya, kali boleh ada colek-colek dikit, cari clue. Nah, apaan tuh bunyi? Just fucking spoon.
Optimistic, Cole.
Apaan lagi? Kenapa dia ngeliat
Probably nothing.
ini yang kayu gitu loh? Apa lagi tuh? Oksidol. Oksidol apa?
Maybe. No.
Oksidol, aduh tulisannya nggak kebaca. Kayak lantai 2 deh nih. Wow, di sini bahkan dia punya ruang judi. Judi. Oh, apa itu? A bear. One Piece. Woi, buka dong. Nggak mau dibuka. Ini telepon di mana ya, BTW? Oke, kayaknya nggak ada apa-apaan lagi. Pulang aja. But where's the fucking telephone? Ada public telepon gitu? Ah, di luar. Nih.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Oke, kita bakalan ke rumah mayat buat dapetin hasil otopsi si Pattison ya. Oke, mungkin sampai sini dulu. Kalau memang kalian suka game ini, nanti kita lanjut. Kalau gua ada waktu nanti juga gua lanjut. So far sampai sini dulu. And sebentar, ini apa ini? Oke, mungkin itu aja dulu. Gue diklaksonin. Oke ya, sekali lagi thank you guys yang udah nonton. Jangan lupa untuk like, share, dan subscribe. And see you again in my next video. Bye bye, semoga ini udah ke save. Gue gak tahu, kadang-kadang save-nya random banget ini game. Ya, udah, kita end streamingnya. Thank